The title of this video, How YouTube Will Change My Life. I was having a conversation with one of my really good friends at work the other day, and I started talking about how when I was growing up for like my whole childhood, I always just had this belief that somehow I didn't really have to worry about the future. I don't know why it was in my head, but for so long, I just thought that I was gonna make it. Well, I didn't think, I like fully believed that somehow, some way, like I was just gonna make it. And I guess at the time, what I thought by making it was like financially, I was just gonna be fine. And I wasn't gonna have to worry about the same things that my parents had to worry about. I grew up with my parents living, paycheck to paycheck. I feel like most people, know what it's like to grow up that way. And yeah, I just had this crazy illusion that everything was going to be fine, like when I became an adult. And, clearly that was not the case, not even the slightest. But I was talking to a good friend at work the other day about how I had this idea growing up for like my whole childhood that, eventually things were just going to get figured out. And it's crazy. I really started thinking and like looking back. And even though I thought things were just going to work out and things were going to be fine and I was going to make it, growing up as a kid, I really didn't have any dreams. Like I didn't aspire to be an astronaut or an actor or I don't know, a doctor, whatever. Like kids have those dreams growing up. I really didn't, but I just fully believed that somehow, some way, things were just gonna turn out perfectly fine, and I was gonna live this great life, super like prosperous life, and I was gonna have like an abundance of just success. And I was telling my friend at work that, one day I don't know, I think I was like 22, 25 now. One day I just stopped believing in that. Probably because life was kicking me in the butt, like up and down. But there were two things that I always believed in. One a little bit differently. And the first one was that, the simple thought that, somehow, some way I was just going to be fine. And the second thing, and I didn't really start believing this until I was probably like 16 or 17, but I started to, I don't know, just believe in the fact that one day I was going to be a YouTuber. Like one day I was going to make videos. I had no idea what about, but I just believed that I was going to be a YouTuber. I don't know. It was weird. And I was addicted to YouTube at the time. I mean, I still am, but I was watching everything, like vlogs, travel videos, cinematic videos, videos about cameras, videos about tech, video games, pranks, like just everything on YouTube. I was just fully consumed with it. And I even had the thought when I was younger, like I knew how much I was consuming, and I felt like it was just more than the average person for sure. I even talked to my brother about it. And this was like before, like, I feel like this was before like usage was like really a thing too. And I remember I used to tell my brother, I'd be like, dude, there should be a way to track like how much YouTube you watched. I was like, because if that was a thing, I'd be like number one. Like I'm watching more YouTube than everyone. And then it was weird because like later, like after that, like that actually became a thing on like YouTube. You could see your watch time and all that stuff. Sorry, I'm getting off track, but yeah, basically I had this idea that I was just going to be a YouTuber somehow, some way. And I guess like the main reason I'm making this video is because I do believe that YouTube will change my life, and not because of success or views or subscribers or fame, money. I guess that all falls under success, but more so the accountability side of it. Like, I mean, there's probably some anomalies, but you can't really grow on YouTube if you're not consistently putting in the work. And that's what I want this to be. And I guess what this kind of is like, I don't know, a video documentation of me holding myself accountable, and kind of like the first step towards this YouTube dream that I've always had. I don't think I want to make videos like this. Like, I'm obsessed with health, fitness, lifestyle, and I don't know, just really holding myself accountable to standards that I set on myself. And I've just been obsessed recently with consistency. Consistency is like, it's the coolest word to me. It's like one of the coolest words that exist, because when you break down consistency and you break it down to its simplest form of doing something over and over and over again until you reach the result that you've been working towards. It's so simple. And we go our whole lives where there's like things that we want and things that we aspire to be and goals that we try and achieve, and we'll wait so long for these goals to, I don't know, just somehow happen when we know how to get there. Like, if you want to get to a destination, you just get in your car and you drive, and then eventually you get there. And sure, there might be some speed bumps, but that's ultimately what consistency is. It's just doing something over and over until you get to where you're trying to go. So I've just been thinking a lot about, like, how can I pick up the camera? How can I create something? How can I share something? And I feel like this is necessary for me to set down the camera and just really talk about the things that I feel and the things that I believe. And I can utilize this to hold myself accountable. So the title of this video is How YouTube Will Change My Life. I fully believe that, if I'm able to consistently pick this camera up and speak into it and create things, and I do that on a consistent basis, everything else will follow. I can use it to hold myself accountable to my diet, my health, my relationships, my goals in life. And overall, maybe it takes me somewhere, maybe it doesn't. But at the end of the day, it'll hold me accountable. And that's the most important part. So I guess like my main goal with this video is to basically help anyone else see honestly how easy it is to get somewhere if you're just consistent. That's all it takes. That's all it takes, is just consistently doing the thing that you really want. And I mean, it's gonna happen. Honestly, I think about anything I've ever done in my life that I'm proud of, and I sit here and I think about the steps that I took to get there. And it was just simply being consistent. All I did was consistently work towards that goal, that thing that, I wanted to be proud of, and I got there. And I've realized, once you get there, it's kind of bittersweet, because I do some races here and there. I mean, nothing crazy, 5Ks, and did a half marathon last year, and the whole build up towards the race. I mean, you're waiting for that day to come, and then you cross the finish line, and it's sad in a way. It's dang, it's over. But then, it's also sweet because you did it and you can be proud of yourself for that. But then you create another goal and you get to kind of do it all over again. So yeah, I don't think I'm really gonna like edit this video or anything. It's been going for like 15 minutes, so that's cool. It probably just sounds like I don't know, jabbering on about random things, but that's kind of like my thought process I've been having for quite some time now, and I really just needed to get that out of my head and onto this and for the whole world to see. No, but for real, if you watch this video, awesome. I appreciate you. I probably, like, the videos I go on to create, I don't intend for them to be like this, where I'm just sitting in front of the camera. Or maybe I do, who knows? But yeah, I mean, I really want to make videos about my health, my fitness, and just simply being consistent. And I want to be able to show what happens when you are consistent, like growth. Like it's bound to happen. Like whatever it is that you're doing, if I've said it already in this video, but whatever it is you're doing, you just continually work towards that and you're going to get there. So that's what this is for me, holding myself accountable, being able to look back and see the growth that I continue to make. And yeah, hopefully this inspires you to, do whatever it is that you want to do when it comes to being consistent and working towards a goal. So yeah, I feel so much better now that that's out. I just needed to get that out. So yeah, deuces.